Kenyan anti-corruption crusader and advocate for good governance, Professor Patrice Lumumba, has identified lack of adequate investment in the education sector, especially in research and development, by African leaders as the reason for little benefit from the fourth industrial revolution sweeping across the world. Professor Lumumba was speaking at the Delta State University public lecture to mark its 30th anniversary. We'll have details in this report.
The fourth industrial revolution is a way of describing the blurring boundaries between physical, digital, and biological worlds. It is a fusion of the advances in artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, genetic engineering, quantum computing, and other technologies. And Africa seems to be missing in all of these. Professor Patrice at this lecture chronicles how Africa slid from being the cradle of modern civilization to the situation we are now.
As Africa realizes our potential,
consumers are not producers of almost every product.
In the area of innovation and invention, Africa is not doing as well as it should because governments do not put much money in research and development.
In Nigeria, the education sector is even in a state of comatose with incessant industrial actions over poor welfare and infrastructure deficits. The eloquent professor is quick to speak about the Asuu strike.
If you don't compensate people well, it means that they cannot give their all to the education sector. It is true that African economies are suffering, but the people will always ask, if you have money to invest in politics, why don't you have money to invest in education?
For the Delta State University, this is a good place to begin to fertilize young mind of students to begin to make the difference.
And these young minds we are training here, they are our hope. We are imparting knowledge, but they are going to change the narrative for us. So it is important that you bring people who can stimulate the consciousness and stimulate the intellectual development of young minds.
In agriculture, oil and gas, entertainment, education, ICT, and medicine, there are constant innovation going on which are imparting the world, but Africa is definitely lagging behind, which can be reversed when leaders will deliberately invest in education. But ironically, Nigeria's budgetary allocation to education, which is far below the 15 to 20% recommended by UNESCO, has been on a decline from 8.4% in 2019 to 5.4% in 2022. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Abraka, Delta.